Welcome guys, it is Monday and the start to a new week. Have a couple updates for you guys that are a little bit different from last week. So first of all, congrats to everybody that has completed the first week of the 30-day Crush the COVID challenge. If you guys still want in on this, you'll be a little bit behind on points, but you can still get in on the challenge, get some coach accountability, and just some daily direction about what you guys should be doing as far as eating, hydration, mobility, and the CrossFit workouts and whatnot. So if you want in, still shoot me a message. There's definitely plenty of room for you guys. All right. Secondly, so we've been researching some of the guidelines for the current phase that we're in and what we are allowed to do as far as working out. And we still legally have to remain closed as a business, but we are allowed to host outdoor workouts. So keeping groups of 10 or less, and then socially distanced guidelines, sanitation protocols. We are going to start doing 3 classes per day in the alleyway outside the gym. All right, no one will be allowed access to the facility, to the gym facility, as we are still closed. But you guys will be allowed to reserve a space, show up, and we will run an outdoor class, making sure that we have less than 10 people. All right, so reservations must be done in order to participate in that. That way we know who's coming and we can kind of keep an eye on numbers. We'll have some stations set out for you guys, so everyone will be plenty of space apart. If there's any equipment involved, you guys can either bring your own equipment, which is preferred, or we will have stations set up with the equipment needed depending on who's coming. So if you have any questions, shoot over to our CFT Athletes page. There's going to be more information about how to register for those classes and some more questions asked about sanitation protocols and everything there. So otherwise, you can shoot us a message if you have more questions or would like more information about signing up for that. All right, those classes are gonna be 6 a.m., 9 a.m., and 6 p.m. for this week, Monday through Friday. And you can also join in on those classes on Zoom. So if you still would like to stay at home and you have the equipment, you wanna get the work done in your garage or your backyard, feel free to jump on Zoom, join in. You'll get a little extra coaching and some community while you're there. All right, here is your WOD brief for Monday. All right, guys, starting your warm-up, we are going to start with a 100-meter run. All right, so that's going to be, if you are here for the workout, we're going to go ladder and back. If you are not, we're going to go about 1 minute of running. So about 30 seconds out, turn around, 30 seconds back. All right, once you guys get back in the door, we have 10 air squats. Make sure you're doing those nice and slow and controlled. We want to reach full depth at the bottom, maybe even stretch the hips out a little bit, and then stand back up. Head out for another run, and we have 10 push-ups. We can scale those to our knees if we need to, or you can scale even further by doing push-ups to a box or even to a wall. All right, final 100-meter run, and then we have 10 down-ups. So think of down-ups like a burpee, but no push-up. All right, you can step your feet back or hop your feet back, and I'm really looking for a little bit of back extension. All right, so at the bottom, once we get our hands on the ground, we're sending our hips towards the ground and then hopping back up just to get that good stretch. All right, now we have our strength work. We're gonna go 10 down to 1 of goblet or back squats. If you have access to a bar, all right, you can put a bar on your back or maybe even front rack position if you don't have a rack. And we can do 10 back squats. I would like you guys to build in weight if you have the equipment, you have the weights. Otherwise, if you stick with the same weight or just try and find something to add to the load each set, that would be even better. All right, so 10 squats, and then I have 30 seconds to 1 minute wall sit. All right, so that should be something that is you're not having to break it up, right? So if you try and go for a minute, but you end up stopping at maybe 30 to 45 seconds, then I want you to scale back the time for the wall sit. All right, if you need to rest a little bit before you go back into your next strength session, you can. Then we have 9 and 8 and 7, 6, so on, all the way down to 1. All right, like I said, building your weight if you have the equipment. All right, now our Metcon. We have 1 set for time. We're gonna start with a 400-meter run. All right, 400 meters. If you're here, we're gonna go 1 lap around both buildings. If you are at home, think something about 2 minutes. All right, so about a minute out, turn around, a minute back. We come back in, 200 air squats. That is definitely gonna be a chipper. All right, take your time, work your way through those 10 sets of 20 maybe. Might be a good rep scheme, or if you feel like you can go a little further than that, 5 sets of 40. Break those up however you guys see fit. All right, then heading out for the same distance on the run. When we come back, 100 push-ups again. Try and go into this with a game plan. Don't just do one huge set and then kind of make them singles and triples after that. All right, maybe we have 10 sets of 10 or we have 20 sets of 5. All right, scale those again to the knees or to a box or a bench if you need to. All right, same distance on the run, 400 meters, and then we're gonna finish off the workout with a nice solid 50 burpees. All right, the rule for these burpees is I want you guys to pick a pace that you feel like you can just maintain doing even if you had to for like an hour. All right, pick a pace that you can stick with and try and get these done in one set. All right, they don't have to be fast, you just have to keep moving. Making sure chest goes all the way to the ground. At the top, let's not finish with a jump like this. We're gonna extend all the way so that hands are all the way over the shoulders and then feet leave the ground. All right, that is your Monday WOD brief, guys. See you tomorrow for Tuesday's workout.